Hello and welcome to BallinCraig Estate. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog. Today is August the 28th and we're loading up the muck spreader at the moment because we're about to go over to Nearfield and spread some muck, so that we can start getting the fields ready for the next set. We've got a couple more days and then I'm going to cut the grass. We've got a window of opportunity to get all of our grass fields cut and get a whole load of silage off them, because we don't need anything hay-wise, so we're going to do silage based on the fact that we know that Bolton's has their planning permission for their BGA sorted now. And yeah, that construction on that is going to start in the near future. So I want to be ready this year. I want to be able to sell a load of silage to Bolton's and for their BGA, for their power generation, and make a load of money. Because if we do that, we will probably actually be able to buy most of the farm back this winter. So yeah, that's what I'm aiming to do at the moment. But yeah, first we need to get this done. I've made some contacts, I've made some phone calls and things, and we should be getting some help with the silage. There's too much for me to do on my own. I can't do it quickly enough. We need to. We're going to hire a trail forage harvester to pull behind the JCB, and then we're going to get a couple of people carting. I've got a couple of people who have said they're willing to help out with this. There we go. Have this filled up in a moment. Go. One more, I think. Should do it. It's, the great thing about this little skid steer is it really does maneuver well in here. Now, I don't know how much of this this job I'm going to have on the vlog, because this is quite a time-consuming job. So what happens is it takes a bit more time to go. Right, that as much as I can fit in there then. Just close that up so that we can clamp down on it. But that will be ready for when we come back later. There we go. Right, so in here, close that down. And away we go. Oh. Went to touch the key and turn the tractor off. Because, of course, it was already running. We've got a good amount of wool as well. So we're going to be selling some of that soon. I need to... This is where things become fun. Because these gateways all need widening, really. I think it's one of the things we're going to do over the winter this year. I think is have a look at all our gates and gateways and see if it's possible for us to widen them. At the moment, they're it's too tight to get around most of the areas. And, I want to make sure that we're not causing ourselves issues. All right, we'll start at the bottom of the field. Down here, we want to start at the far end. So, and then we can fling the muck down the field, and it'll be a good amount of fertilizer for us to sort of just do pretty well. We're going to have to fling some into the hole down the bottom here, but never mind. Great thing about this is it's nice and easy to see where we've already gone. There we are. Good regular speed along the side here. It's about a tractor's width that it flings. We want to basically go full pelt. But yeah, this is a really good muck spreader. I really like this. It works well. And the way I'm going to do it is we're going to work towards the middle middle of the field. So we'll go up the top of the field and do it along the top there. The idea being that we drive across this as little as possible, which means that we don't end up picking it up on our tyres or losing stuff like that. There we go. There's our first run. Head up to the top. And we'll do the same along the top of the field here. And so we're always driving on a part of the field that hasn't been spread on, for the most part. Minimises the issues. I think there are various other ways, and some people believe that you don't need to go to this length. But this was the way my grandfather taught me. Yeah. And it just means that we're not driving on the areas that we've already spread on. Now this is good for one, maybe 2 runs down the field. We end up we do have to go back and collect it a lot. This field here we will get done. I'm not sure how much we will get other fields done. We should be in a good position though with things like because we're putting all seed radish in, we will easily fertilise these fields far more than we need to, or far more than that I'm worried about. I'm not worried that we're not going to have these fields well enough fertilised. What I am worried about is obviously the cost of fertiliser. So the more that we can do based on what we get from our cows, the better. Which is why we use this, which is why we spread muck. And it's also why we use the slurry on the grass fields. Because obviously that keeps the cost of everything down. And keeping the cost down really does mean that we make more on the farm. It means we can buy more fields and get more set up. So yeah, I've got my eye on various fields on the other side of the road at the moment, but we do have 2 on this side of the road that I want to get until we sell our harvest this year, which we now have in storage. We can't go and buy any of that stuff, so we'll see how that goes. This spreads nicely. It spreads very evenly, this muck spreader, which is why I like it. It is a bit odd to have a side spreading muck spreader these days, but yeah, I like it. It works for us. There we go. Top of the field, and yeah, just working our way in. I didn't think it quite helped this much. I'm quite pleased with this. Work our way into the middle of the field. There we go. So actually, the spreader is in the right place and the tractor isn't. Yeah, spreading it. Make sure we cover the next bit across. Just working out where we end up when it does run out. It does like to, flails it out really well and get really good coverage. Previously, we've what is now near meadow, the next field over. That's where we previously filled the muck, because the thing is that we never had much arable field or much arable stuff before, and that a year's worth of muck easily covered that, and then some. We would sometimes we spread a little bit on some of the grass where we ran out of slurry. Yeah, this is going well. This is, as I said, this is actually going further than I expected it to. Which just goes to show how much I know about how much my muck spreader carries. third row in. Ah, there we go. Right, so let's go refill this. Which is always fun because obviously we have a yard that is quite tight to turn around in, and we need to get the tractor turned around and back in. There we go. And then we will get the rest of this field sorted. Right, around. See, this is where it's this is where the issues are. You can get through there, as I've just demonstrated, but it's tight. Tractor, the farm was never really designed for pieces of equipment this sort of size, and this is not, by modern standards, this is not a big tractor. But yeah, it's absolutely, this farm is not designed for equipment of this size. So we do have a little bit of trouble, and that's part of the reason why the modernisation that we have made over the past year and a half we have done, because we needed to get the tractor around. We needed to get the 7810, and it was the 7810 that sort of set all this off, because it was a tractor I needed, a tractor of a larger size to help us sort of start off this great experiment. Yeah, without it we could not have done what we've done on here. There we go. So I'm pleased with it. It's worked well from that point of view, but we did need to. I mean, the first thing we had to increase the height of the barn door to accommodate it, and that was the very first, one of the very first alterations we made to the farm. And then it was the whole thing that you couldn't manoeuvre it really around the yard, with all the additional equipment that we were getting started with. There we go. So come on. Round. This little skid steer. One of the best things I've ever bought for the farm. But probably the newest bit. I mean, the JCB tractor that we bought, the 4220. While that is also new, this is not an ex-demo. We bought this outright because it wasn't overly expensive, and was absolutely what we needed in the yard. You know, a combination of a piece of kit that was really, really manoeuvrable, and there we go. Just so that we could do this kind of thing in the yard. It was absolutely needed. There we go. Does the job really, really nicely. Okay. Go. Maybe one more, I think. Look to that. Whoa. Steering went a little bit wonky there. Right. In. Fill it up. There we go. Right, and then we will head back down to the field, because we were basically at that bottom corner, just starting out. I am pleased at how this is going. Yeah, there we go. And in and done. There we are. Right. Let's go and get this load spread as well. And I think this will probably be the last load we spread. We won't get the whole field done in this vlog. I will finish it off off camera, but yeah, it's a good amount. I will get the rest of this field covered, and but you guys get the gist. You get the idea of what we're trying to achieve here with this. Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Slightly wider there, and we wouldn't push against the gate post. Cutting, doing that corner. That's the thing. Is all the gates are just ever so slightly, by about half a metre at most, too thin for the equipment at the moment. So I look at how much it's going to cost to move most of the gate posts and put some slightly larger gates on, and hopefully that will mean that we are we're set in good stead. And away we go again. Just looking at that, where it's already been covered. Just trying to make sure we don't overlap too much, because obviously, you know, this is a resource that saves us money, but that means it's also worth it. So I don't want to overlap too much and end up wasting what we have. It's going really well. I'm really pleased. So yeah, you get the idea about what we're trying to achieve with our muck spreading here. That we will we'll get this field covered, and in doing that, we'll increase the yield for the next year, and it should go fairly swimmingly. It should be pretty good. We still have some silage bales here. Those are last year's silage bales, so I may end up selling those off. Further out. Way out already. And yes, so that is us doing the muck spreading. We showed something similar last year, but I'm really pleased with that. That's going well. I'm going to leave you guys here and just get on with it and get it done. And so really, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.